pack a prehistoric punch. Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm playing with Devil Dinosaur, a 4-mana 5/5 with trample that grows your other dinos and protects them too. This deck is mono green dinos. It's a Timmy deck, it's stompy, it's green, it's big, and it plays the best dinos we have to offer, whether it's Ghalta, or even a Dreadmaw or two, and of course some lower cost dinosaurs to give us some fun abilities like destroying artifacts and enchantments, some graveyard hate, or just ramping us up so we can play more dinosaurs. This deck is doing what mono green dinos can do. And because, you know, there's not that many dinos in just green, we can also turn things into dinosaurs, because why would we ever do anything else? This deck is green, it's stompy, and because it's running so many high power creatures, this has 5 power, many of the other creatures in this deck have at least 4, we can also play a Power Matters sub-theme, running cards like Goreclaw to help discount our cards, and cards like Trailblazer, Tribute to the World Tree, and Garruk's Uprising to draw us cards. And the bigger our dinosaurs get, the more mana we can get, with cards like Selvala giving us a slew of mana so we can cast even more dinos. And with these many big stompy green things at our disposal, our opponent will have to go on the defensive while we overrun them. This deck also has a lot of the different dino-typal cards that are going to be supporting them, whether it's going to help them be replayed from the graveyard or just discounting them. We have so many ways to get our dinos out for cheap and then play them again. So let's take Devil Dinosaur into the queue and start stomping over our opponents. Spider-Man 2099, guess who just got banned in Duel Commander? This guy, and it makes sense too. It's a really good commander. Even though I might draw another forest, which would be better for the Raphellos mana, I'm leading with the Disciple, this Garden of Freyalise, just so I don't have to pay life later. 1 Raphellos, please. What a jolly fellow he is. Yeah, this will get me another forest. And I imagine they're just going to kill Raphellos, RIP my ramp. Oh, yeah, we have Raphellos in this format? Yeah! Well, now he's dead. But it's okay. He may have died. We still have dinosaurs to make my opponent die. Spider-Man 2099, part of why he was banned is it's so low cost. You can't play it on early turns. It doesn't matter. You just hold up tempo, and then you unleash so much damage all at once. Because if you buff and give haste to Spider-Man 2099, which you can do for like 1 mana, you end up with this absolutely nutty amount of damage on 1 card. It's like the 2 mana here plus a 1 mana buff spell gets you 15 damage. Sheesh. Oh yeah, I think Raphellos goes in mono green decks that have a need for damage. Alright, so see how they're like the Mephit's Enthusiasm gave him an extra 5, or brought an extra 3 to bring him to 5 here. They just get to deal 5 damage. What are you gonna do? Kill a dinosaur or 5 to my face? 5 to the face. He costs 2 mana. 2 mana. And that buff was from a random kill spell. I'll play Wingbane Vantasar. Or I'll try to cast a Wingbane Vantasar, because it was going to get me a fight spell. Just kidding. Actually, it got me a 2/2 bird. A charming scoundrel. They could draw, they could discard, or they could make him wicked. They have not cast something from outside of hand. I'm just going to block with the forest. Since I don't have the Badger Mole out, it's like, doesn't really make a difference if it is a creature or not. Though it would look beautiful as a dinosaur. I'm gonna try to land Vaultborn Tyrant. Does it go? They're demanding answers! Can't really laugh Fibblethip. In the name of... Oh, I don't know what they got. If they count something from outside of hand. They do get to direct 6 damage anywhere they want. Or play a land from outside of hand. Spider-Man swinging in again. Is this ranked? No, this is unranked. You would see the little ranked symbol next to our names otherwise. They're gonna Cyclonic Rift the Tyrant. Sure. I would like to draw cards again. Do you have a counter spell? Why would somebody play this commander in unranked? Because it's a strong commander? Now here's the real question. Why does Devil Dinosaur match into it? Devil Dinosaur, it's matchmaking, and I found this when I made this deck like 2 weeks ago. It does not seem to matter if you are playing dinosaurs, mono green dinosaurs. That is not necessarily a strong way to play dinosaurs. The game is like, yeah, you got good green cards in there. Deck must be good, and I'm out here like, is it? I don't really want to trade both of those in. Plus chump block. Yeah, why does he have double strike and vigilance? He has triple strike even. Oh, it's because dinosaurs are cool. Yeah, that's probably it. So here's one of the things I really like about this deck. If you don't have enough dinosaurs, you can simply turn people into dinosaurs! Yeah! We would never cure cancer here. Only turn people into dinosaurs. I feel like he should be a 5/5. Why can't you turn yourself into a 5/5? You're only a 4/4. Ah, fine, I'll cure cancer. All of these people are already dinosaurs. Haste Magic, put Mox Amber into exile, which means this will deal 9 damage in end step. I will chump block with the Paleontologist. Yeah, this gets to cure cancer and draw cards, assuming that curing cancer is gaining 3 life. They're dealing just 9 to my face. Yeah, just 9 to my face. Devil Dinosaur to build up a little bit more devotion. Here we go. Dinosaurs into dinosaurs. Tyrannix Rex. Dinosaurs, dinosaurs, dinosaurs. I could offer them a trade with the Tyrannix Rex. An attack with everything. No, I think we just go in with the Sauron. I'll gain another 3 life. All of these are already bigger than a 5/5. Oh, this is already 5/5. Like, the game will not stop you from turning your dinosaur into a dinosaur. And since these all have hexproof, I'll give this Shroud. And I have 1 extra mana. Exploration! Yeah, that thing's got Ward 4. Sure does. Yeah, even with attacking with all of these, I didn't quite have lethal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it for next turn, and then I have lethal. At least I'm pretty sure I didn't have lethal. I might have miscounted because they all have trample. It's like they kill that in first strike damage. So these all lose the buff. Yeah, I think it's like just lower. And they also can cast Wild Ride again. Get me another dinosaur, draw me another card. They go for 9 damage to the face. They're not using Wild Ride again to get the extra 3. Cool. And I think we're good now. I'll play the Dinosaur Rex. Get all zooted and booted. I have all this mana. I may as well use some of it for something. More. More! I can turn this into a dinosaur! I would like you to sacrifice an enchantment. The Wicked. Sauron! Turn this into a dinosaur! Yeah! It's a lot of dinosaurs. They're all dinosaurs. Yeah, this looks like a kind of janky brew for Spider-Man 2099 / a Harris. But it's got the staples in it. It's got the wild rides, it's got the glimpses, haste magic. Yeah, it's an 8/8 because it's getting 2 +1/+1 counters, +1/+1, and it's a 5/5. Listen, if they have Aetherize, they got Aetherize. Wait, you had Bulk Up? Okay, they were not able to kill me last turn with the Bulk Up Wild Ride, but I bet next turn they could have. Too late! You might have 10 first striking damage, but I have all of these! Anina, Natural Parallelist. Going to be generating random cards off of casting any X-cost spell. I have a turn 1 Library of Alexandria, so I think that's going to be pretty nice. And some of the X-cost spells are counter spells, so holding this Allosaurus Shepherd also could be good if they're running some of those. They might just be running a bunch of Hydras. Yeah, who knows? Maybe Library of Alexandria will get me like a exploration next turn. That'd be nice. Something has been foretold. With Anina. Weird. I'll go for Llanowar Elves. Continuing to hold this library. It's free value. Silly card. It shouldn't be in this format, but so long as it is, if you can run it in your decks, you can. Sometimes it'll get you extra cards, just like this. Alright, I don't have enough to, like, Gwenna there. I can go Fuel Tank Feaster. Actually gonna draw. Another land. Allosaurus Shepherd. It doesn't cost mana to use this. And this will be discounting the most expensive card in my hand, which is Tyrannex Rex. A dinosaur. Alright, they're getting loose with the goose. That was the X cost, and it randomly generated a 6. I'm trying to think if I'm using this at all here, or if I'd like to use the cards that I currently have. I roll Greed. Only use you for creature spells. Gwenna. Shared Roots. And I am going to burn the Flare. Do I think they have counter spells? Yeah, I do. I'm gonna maintain this, and I'm turning my Llanowar Elf into just another land in hand, in part, because I have this Wayward Swordtooth. My pretty Llanowar Elf killed. Yeah. I'm gonna get loose with that goose, swinging in, drawing a card, eating some food. Nina's still tapping for 2, so they can play some pretty big spells here. Like a Great Henge. Yeah, that's pretty great. They have 4 mana left. The Hobbit's gonna draw. Yeah, the only card draw engine I currently have here is the library. But I mean, the library value is really good. That's why I keep using it. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Going to play Goreclaw here. Because even though power matters isn't the main theme of my deck, it is certainly a part of the deck because dinosaurs are oftentimes big. So, Gwenna and Goreclaw, we are discounting and we're untapping and retapping. This does not give me, like, infinite mana here, but it lets me cast most of the spells I have. This is what I've been waiting for. This is what I've been looking for. This is what I've been hoping for. And I even give a little bit of haste in here, too. Gwenna keeps tapping, untapping, getting bigger with each and every one of these. Sweet. This naturally has haste. Who else do I want to go in with? I'm going to say the Dinosaur. It's the biggest one. If I go with Goreclaw, she'll buff the other things. But since these already have Trample, that's fine with me. So I'm going to swing in with these 3. Yeah, one heck of a turn, right? Goreclaw, not a dinosaur, just a friend. They go down to 3. I'm going to move this onto the Devil Dinosaur. I don't need Goreclaw. She's done what she needed to. Now let's see how crazy they can get on this. I still don't know what the Foretold card is. Okay, it's an extra turn. No more library value? I got plenty of library value. All right, so they're taking an extra turn, getting a land. I assume they'll also swing in with the goose. I don't have anything with reach. Okay, the dinosaurs, the ones I'm playing here, they ain't those long-necked, what are they called, sauropods we were talking about in chat earlier? No, they're like T-Rex type things. We got Devil Dinosaurs, Sword Teeth, Tyrannosaurus Rex, whatever the heck an Dinosaur is. It's got moose horns. Yeah, they got little arms. They got little arms. They don't know how to reach up. They can't reach down either. Taking an extra turn. They still got card draw, random generation. So far, by the way, like, it's just been the goose is the only X-cost spell. I did double check. Yeah, they've only cast 1 X-cost spell. Yeah, Nylea doesn't have reach either. At least 7 damage in the air. Oh, here we go. Plus 9 additional damage. Guess what? Not only can I not block, I can't attack. But I'm dead anyway, because they had a repulsive mutation. It's sort of a counter spell, but you don't need to use it. You can just use it to put counters. Poor dinosaurs and their little stubby arms. Emrakul, Aeon's Torn. I guess they're just going to be colorless ramp. I have a little bit of kind of ramp here with Moon Boy. Lets me get out Devil Dinosaur early, but I feel like my fight spells aren't going to be that important, and I'm going to throw it back to look for, like, yeah, turn 1 ramp. We're going to go Dinosaurs versus Eldrazi. Who would win? Eldritch Horrors or big, big lizard birds? Oh, Scale Speaker Shepherd will give me a discount. It will also potentially get me a playable dinosaur. Let's see. Oh, Imperiosaur is technically castable. I don't have any other mana fixtures, so I'll grab it. Ideally with Imperiosaur, you're convoking it out, because then it gets a lot bigger. Emerald Medallion next. Into Hulking Raptor. I'm trying to ramp as much as they are trying to ramp. They already have 5 mana, because that taps for 2. Yeah, I think that green usually can ramp a little faster than a dedicated colorless ramp deck, but I really don't know what else they're going to run. Tend not to be board wipes and colorless either, especially since the board wipe in Ugin is actually still banned in this format. Okay, Paradox Engine. Paradox, I feel like I don't associate with big ramp, just with small ramp. Like you untap lots of little spells, right? Oh, if it's what they got, it's what they got. Dinosaurs getting biggins. I would like to convoke 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should set me up for lethal next turn. So what do you got, Emrakul? We don't have all this dust in Arena. Yeah, that's like the fast colorless board wipe. We have oh gosh, we have like Urza's Silex and a few others, or one of the Silexes that's a board wipe. But for the most part, not many board wipes. A key to the archive. They cast it, it will untap that Worn Power Stone. Was all his dust in the Mystical Archives? I don't think it was. It might have been in like a Secret Lair fake archives. Oh, sure. Shuffle back in. They still have 3 mana, 4 mana now. And they have whatever they got off Keeley Archives. Well, whatever it is, it's not enough to take out the dinosaurs. They're not extinct today. Hey, bye, Forest Guardian. You know what they're doing? They're going to be shrining on. Last Hey Bye I played against, I think they were missing lands and they conceded very early. Let's see if this one finds their mana and uses it to bring out shrines, enshrining them as a very annoying deck to play against. Seriously, Hey Bye, you have too much value for also being a 4/4. You get out of here with that. I see you eyeing your hand with a Gemstone Caverns, exiling, what did they drop? Beyond the Quiet. Oh, okay. Well, based on the fact that they have a Beyond the Quiet, I think this is probably Control Bears. Possibly the Bant control variant. Oh, no, there's an enchantments card. I can either get a land. If I play this, they will get to draw. I could go Medallion into Library. I'll just play the Mutable Explorer. It gets me a land, and it's a dinosaur! I love dinosaurs. That's why I'm playing this deck. Doing what them dinos do. They shock in a Watery Grave, and Hey Bye is going to reveal some cards from their deck. Oh, Sanctum, Airbender Ascension. Tibbity tabbity. Slippity slappity. I could play my big old dino here. I could set up Selvala and Sylvan instead. I think I'd rather do that. And they'll get 1 mana from this, and this taps for 2. Sanctum of Shattered Heights, that's a discard for damage, right? Yeah, that's a good way to, like, kill little mana dorks. No, don't kill Selvala. I'm gonna discard 2 things. No, I need that for mana for dinosaurs. I need that for card draw for dinosaurs! That's right. You get out of here. Sylvan Library. I will... Unless there's something to punish me for doing it, I'm always going to be grabbing these. I pay it life. Magic's fun. You can just be like, yeah, I'm gonna pay all the life. It seems good. Devil Dinosaur. To turn Selvala into Mo Mana. Little card draw, too. Do you have like a stifle here? Weird. All right, Galta. I want to order it so I can potentially draw a creature and put it into play first. I don't actually have one here. No, those are boots. Good old Sylvan Library. What a weird card. Yoshi Island Plaza will get them lands. Boots is sometimes creature. Yeah, you could animate the boots. Amy, dinosaurs don't wear boots. I'm sorry, what is this hate speech I'm hearing in my channel? Why can't the dinosaurs wear a little bit of Louis Vuitton? Ha! It's a giant! The changeling text strikes again! Is this any target? No, just creatures or planeswalkers. I love pay 8 life. Two vaults. Oh, they bind my dinosaur? Okay. Well, I guess you could wear the boots instead. No, they look fine on you. They just, you know, it's gonna look better on him. Hey, bye, coming out again. Getting them a shrine, that'll trigger this shrine, and it's the discard shrine. We're in Catacombs, lets them filter through their deck. Yep. Oh, pick your poison. They'd be getting rid of this. So I'm gonna drop you. I know what I like. It's pay and life. Yeah, you gotta spend life to get life. Hat a shrine stack. With the Galta here. 2, 3. I think I want like Trailblazer. To get the Galta. I could also spend like 1 mana to discount this. Aw, they're humiliating him so I don't get to draw! Whatever, I'll still hit you for 12. Scooch this over. I have to discard. They'll make a bunch of mana. And if they want to, maybe they'll discard land and kill some of these little guys. Hey, bye, swinging in. I will block with the Mutable Explorer. It's a giant. Oh, it looks like we win. Because Big Dinosaur. Krang Mastermind is actually as big or bigger than a dinosaur, and he draws cards on entry. I guess I can go for Sylvan Library and try not to kill myself while I ramp with my dinosaurs, make my dinosaurs bigger. And they play lots of artifacts. I've run into this player a bunch of times, usually playing artifact decks. If you can give Krang, like, some buffs, it gets real scary. I'll go for Sylvan Library still over Birds of Paradise. As they spit out many a artifact. Oh, Ironheart lets you actually improvise out a lot of artifacts. Yes, of course I want to draw more. Would I like to put 2 back? No. I do not have enough mana to destroy anything here other than Ironheart. So I'm gonna kill Ironheart. I feel like she just lets you get crazy stuff. I played her in one of my Iron Man decks, and it felt like I was almost Paradox Engineing with her, just like spitting out card after card after card. Memory Guardian, a little bit of affinity. They're cracking open the Drix Interlacer to draw more cards. They're probably, yeah, they're looking for more blue. And I think next turn, it's Krang O'Clock. Oh, more Improvise. Arc Reactor. Comes in tapped, but taps for a lot of mana. Why did the Interlacer shake like that? Okay, this is gonna sound stupid, but that's the intensity animation. Yeah, put the Burgeoning away. I don't need Burgeoning and Exploration and this Dinosaur. I don't have a way to shuffle them back in, do I? Not right now, I don't. I will make something great happen, though. Or do I want to get rid of the Arc Reactor before they use it? I think I should get rid of the Arc Reactor. And I'm a little short on mana if I play this. I'm 1 short. Had only I a creature in the graveyard. We could just use the Vandal. Do I want to hit the graveyard too? I do. So I'm going to exile the graveyard and get rid of the Arc Reactor. I could also hit, like, Scene of the Crime, but this is tapping for 3. The reason I really wanted to hit the graveyard there is because Drix Interlacer, because it's an intensity, it is a perpetual change. If they find something like Emery, they can actually keep bringing this out of the graveyard and for 1 mana drawing, like, multiple cards a turn. A lot of people playing artifact decks. Yep. Always gonna draw if I can. I'll put back the Burgeoning. I will pay life. Paying life is fun. Free and easy. This time, it's a pretty great henge. Birds of Paradise. Mutable Explorer. Maybe I'll draw another land off this. Wonder why they didn't play Krang this turn. Okay, so they have a surprise 4/4. Off Retrofitter, but that's like free. Whir of Invention! Okay. X equals 4. Okay, I know what you get at 3. It's Simulacrum Synthesizer. Oh, they went for a clone! So this is actually Surgical Metamorph, who is a great henge. It's fine, I got mana now. Modes and loads of mana. Oaken Siren, yeah, that's pretty okay. I didn't want to swing into a 4/4 and a 3/4 and trade my Dinosaur into it. That's why I didn't swing in there. They Krangin'? They draw 5 cards. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, they be Krangin'. And I be looking at the top cards, trying to find things. I will pay 8 life. I know what I'm here for. Oh my god, Selvala is not going to do much for me because Krang is as big or bigger. Come on. Let's go, Devil Dino. Draw. Echoing Cavern, naming. This is not going to surprise anyone. Dinosaur! Dinosaurs! Pick your poison! Great. I can make them sacrifice an artifact. Which one? You decide! Make a token, sacrifice that. Yeah, if I went fire, I think it would be about the same. Sylvala. What does she get? Strider's Resolve. Okay, so I would have... It didn't tap this for the dinosaurs while I was casting them. So it didn't leave open or green. But we have a fight, and I can use the fight to fight a... I don't know. Memory Guardian. If I get one of my enraged dinos, I could maybe do that too. But with dinosaurs, because other decks are usually just spitting things out, and only some dinosaurs have trample, I kind of have to wait until I have enough. Repurposing Bay can turn Krang into Krang, or some other scary things, but I feel like usually it's Krang. Yep, it's Krang. And why this is so terrifying is because my creatures, not only do they not have reach because they are dinosaurs with little stubby arms, they are not as big as Krang and everything else. Even if I hadn't been paying that life, they would still very much have lethal. By playing the other Krang, swinging in, and in the game. Dawn and Leo, problem solvers. They are a blinky deck that's going to get enter the battlefield value, and then get it again, both on artifacts and creatures. I think that Dawn and Leo probably got a very good new addition with the new Mighty Thor card. Mighty Thor also does really good blinking. Not quite a Felia, but it's still really dang good. I don't have ramp until turn 2. That is fine. Badger Mole Cub to make a land that taps for more. Could also get countered, killed, anything like that. The Badger Mole. Yeah, I find that this is kind of like, it's kind of like halfway between Ishtola and Yorian. Very good commander just because the archetype is so resilient. The commander itself just gets you more value. Alright, it's possible that my Devil Dinosaur will get countered here, but I can still go for it. Devil Dino! What do we get? It resolves! I have no other dinosaurs in play. I just wanted a 5/5. It's a good dinosaur. It's got trample even. Back in the Arid Mesa. Another tapped land. Another tapped duel. Devil Dinosaur is in range of cards like Skyclave Apparition. Flicker Wisp. What do you flicker? The land to get rid of the earth bending? Okay. I could play the Vantasaur, but I think I'd rather play the Scale Speaker. Let's see what it generates. Tranquil Frillback, Shifting Ceratops, or something that I can't really play here. I imagine they will have artifacts or enchantments, but this can get reach, which I kind of like here. And even though I do not have additional lands to play, I'm just going to bring in the exploration. And we keep swinging. We're a Timmy deck. We say face is the place. Who knows? Maybe I'll draw more lands. Yeah, I'd be smorking. All we be doing is smorking. Just Soth? Yeah! You get a dinosaur from the spellbook. And most of the time you will get a green option. Sometimes you'll just get the rainbow colored ones or the red ones. But we have ways to generate other colors of mana. It's just a little harder. Cryogen Relic they could use to lock down Devil Dinosaur, which is my main damage source. But they would need to sacrifice this now. Oh, hey, Ennis. Ennis flickers the Flicker Wisp, and the Flicker Wisp flickers... Cryogen to draw? Oh, I see. Because this is end step, I'd get it back in my next end step. Okay, so I'll just leave you there. I could go Savage Stomp. I could go Naturalize. I say we step on it. Specifically, I want to step on the Flicker Wisp. This will grow. Oh, no. And I'll swing in with both of these. Is this leaves the battlefield? Okay, yeah. So it does trigger if I exile it with the Haywire Might. Dinosaur returns! Yes, I have some lands that like can tap for mana of any color for dinosaurs. Things like Cavern of Souls. At 5 mana, they could play their commander. And it's got Vigilance and a pretty decent stat line. But I feel like they're going to play something else. My spacebar isn't working. I'm trying to pass priority here. A Shifting Ceratops. What's up, you got an Aetherize? I really wish you didn't. I will give it haste. Swinging in with the 3 dinosaurs. Actually, I'm gonna go Badger Mole. 2 dinosaurs. Because I feel like this could be Aang. Hey, where might you get in there too? Night Cub Bouncer. Nice. So they have single target bounce. I'm gonna bounce the Devil Dinosaur. That reduces the damage I have coming in, but it still means they have to block one of these. And they're down to 1. And now they're at 0. Killing yourself with a fetch land, so you know how to go. Krang Mastermind. This is the second Krang I've seen with this deck today. All right, we've got Raphaelos for big rampin' and 2 different artifact or enchantment removals. This is, I think, a perfect start against a Krang because it gives me ways to get rid of things. And if they are running a bunch of counter spells for some reason, Baloth. We do it. We get there. They're gonna play a ton of little artifacts and draw a bunch of cards and make, honestly, it's bigger than the dinosaurs. But I have ramp. I got Raphaelos. He's quite the fella. Hey, Wiremite. There is an artifact land that counts towards discounting Krang. He's got big affinity. Emissary Escort currently is 0-4. But if they play Krang, because Krang's actual mana cost is 8, this becomes a 2 mana 8-4. That's pretty good stats. Craig. Ornithopter. Alright, they have enough mana to play their commander next turn. I ain't stopping you. I'll use the Badger-Mole. Increase this mana here. That gives me 5 mana, so I can Frenzied Baloth and Chomp. Which of these do I feel like chomping? This is indestructible. Ornithopter, because it could block a dinosaur. I have 1 dinosaur in play. Ooh, okay. Well, I was gonna hit Darksteel Citadel, but now I feel like I gotta hit the 1 ring. That's just so much card advantage. But you're already card advantage. This is card advantage that hurts. Oh, yo, what's up, Galta? I don't have anything to trigger this yet. We'll do this. Into this. Wait, can damage not be prevented? Yeah! Combat damage can't be prevented! I read my cards. Scraps, do you want to play with dinosaurs? Scraps came in to do some investigating. Sometimes you gotta read the cards to have it explain the card. Frenzied Baloth does say combat damage can't be prevented. Your protection doesn't work here. Fuzzbows. Scraps, you wanna come up? No? Come on. Did you just want to rub on my leg? Is that what this was? You being a little weirdo? She is being a little weirdo. Oh, and I'm gonna be a weirdo who wins the game. Cause I got a Galta. Queso, the Augur of Agonies, goes infinite with a couple different cards. And this hand, while I have a pick your poison that could maybe get rid of some of those cards, I think is just too slow. So we're going to throw this back. All right, and I got ramp, so I guess ramp is what we do. They see me ramping, they hating. Yeah, look at me, I got the turbo ramp. I got 2 mana that refunds 1 mana. By the way, also, my opponent's probably just running, like, Esper Control. How it is. Devil Dinosaur. Rad. Draw me a card. It's a Pugnacious Hammer Skull. I could technically do this for X equals 1 to, like, I don't know. Look for a little. You know what? I am going to do this because I have a feeling that they are going to have some counter magic. Allosaurus Shepherd. Kesa is a card draw commander. But I think, yeah, bringing out the Allosaurus Shepherd is like, all right, you didn't have it this time, but that's how you could have maybe stopped me. You don't have it. Thor, God of Thunder. They're going to have a lot of burn spells. So this Raphaelos, yeah, he's going to die. Raphaelos, yeah, aside, I'm also probably going to die because this Thor has value. He's got power, and he can turn spells that cost as little as 2 mana into like 12 damage to your face. Yeah, it's a nutty one. Ooh, look at that, Topiary Stomper. Thor, God of Thunder, it has like a flashback effect. It exiles an equipment, a sorcery, or an instant, and gives you until your next turn to play it, so it lasts a little bit longer. Oh wow, that is a very fast ritual. Ritual into Thor into ritual again next turn. Am I doomed and damned? Yes, because when they cast those non-creature spells, any non-creature spells, they also get to deal damage to whatever the heck they want. Like, say, Raphaelos. Yeah, you kill the Raphaelos. Yeah, getting like a Jessica's Will or Seething Song into an early Thor, that's so nasty. That was a turn 2 Thor right there. Let's see, what do we got? Sylvan Library. Who can kill me faster, you or me? A turn 2 5 mana commander. Pretty impressive. Oh yeah, Emerald Medallion. I mean, if you play it, you get 2 damage at my face. Thor doing that ping thing. You have a 3 mana No? Okay. It's not gonna let me pay life here because I don't have exactly 4. Oh, what a shame. I guess I can kill myself with the Turn Timber Symbiosis. Perfect. Vivi! As played by somebody who's sometimes in our chat, it's going to be spell slinging, making this little cute wizard into a monster. A monster that deals a lot of damage, taps for a lot of mana, but does have to tap for the mana. But the tapping for mana, because this is the modified version of the card, is also an upside. It means that you can go infinite with things that can untap Vivi. And they're also going to be starting with some extra power thanks to Method's Enthusiasm. I guess I'll play Burgeoning. You're gonna play a big Vivi? Big Vivi. I guess I could go for... damage. Pugnacious Hammer Skull. It's a 3-mana 6/6. It goes right back in my hand, too. Well, play a land. Play a land so I can have more mana. That's not a land. Are you stuck on 2? Huh. Alright, the Pugnacious Hammer Skull again. And a tapped Disciple so I can leave the, forest for Burgeoning. Jessica's Will. They don't have the commander in play, so they went for 3 cards in exile. Haha! A land! Won't be able to play the easel. Oh, that I think was just like, I am desperate for lands. Hey, that happens. An Emerald Medallion. To discount my Devil Dinosaur. See if this resolves. It does, and now when the Pugnacious Hammer Skull swings in, it sees that I have another dinosaur and it doesn't get stunned. Sometimes, if there's not another dino to back him up, to, like, cheer him on, he just hits his head too hard, and he has to, like, take a second to recover. Here comes Vivi with 3 extra power. Nothing giving it haste. Yet. Dinosaurs are large. Yeah, I want to play Earthshaker Dreadmaw. It's a dinosaur and it draws you more. It's Colossal Dreadmaw if Colossal Dreadmaw drew you cards for dinosaurs. Dinosaurs. With 2 mana up. What's it gonna be? March of Swirling Mist. Phasing out both Vivi and my commander. So they draw less cards. And I also don't get to horrifically assault Vivi. I know we're all disappointed. We all wanted me to horrifically assault Vivi. Maybe next turn? I don't know. This is 10 mana. The Izzet deck just ramps more than we can. Because Vivi's crazy like that. Oh, War of Invention, X equals 5. Things that untap at 5. Could it possibly be a Paradox? Yeah, Paradox Engine. One of the many cards that is good with this Vivi. I'm actually surprised, though, that they word for that, because there's a staff, 3 mana staff, that I think would have been infinite with Vivi on that turn, unless it's already in hand. And that card not only would be infinite mana, it also would have been infinite card draw. What is it? Infinite card draw, infinite life gain, infinite mana. Maybe it's not in the deck. I'm going to try to lead with Horrific Assault here. I'm not sure if there's, like, a big crazy spell to happen. Alright, this draws them a card and floats some mana. I wonder why not cast that on their turn. They didn't, like, draw an end step, right? Yay! They didn't draw a way to protect them! And then the dinosaurs swinging and they're like, roar! Anina, Natural Parallelist, going to be generating random cards by casting X-cost spells. And she taps for a bunch of mana, so you can cast them for even more. I find that Anina is a huge amount of value on a 3-mana creature. And since my deck has a little removal, but not a lot of removal, I'm typically just responding to whatever they get on the X-cost spells rather than stopping them from happening. Yeah, I have three mana dorks, so at least I have a very good turn 1 into turn 2. It's going to be like, turn 1, we make some mana. Turn 2, we make more mana. Ooh, Castle Garenbrig. Turn mana into the most mana. And we have a lot of small mana generating creatures in this deck because we're a creature-based deck. A Timmy deck, if ever there was one. We play dinosaurs. Petrified Hamlet. They can disable non-mana abilities. This is still a mana ability. It's just a bigger mana ability. Yeah, I can still do that. Sorry. Yeah, dinosaurs! You need to ramp because this deck, like, dinosaurs, there's a couple of them that cost, like, 2 or 1 mana, but they're not really worth playing. I have one in this deck. There's a bunch of good 3-mana dinosaurs, though. But most dinosaurs, I feel like they're like 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. What's up, Anina? Hey, it's the 2-mana dinosaur I was just talking about. Check this out. Isn't it cute? I'm gonna try to buff the Armasaur and bonk the Anina. And that'll win me the game with the power of Dino Dinos. Against this deck that my opponent's running, I feel like I would ideally have Graveyard Hate. But there's only like one piece of Graveyard Hate in my deck. It's a raccoon, and I don't have it. So instead, I'll accept Ramp. Because Ramp gets me dinosaurs, and dinosaurs get me smashing into this man's face before he can, well, use 15 Devotion from his graveyard to cast things for free. I'm really hoping that they don't get too much conniving. Because if they connive too much, I will be, well, I'll be facing off against some very good free spells. Phyrexian Arena, so they now have 2 pips in the graveyard. Hip, hip, hooray. I'll play Selvala. They might be able to get a trigger off it first. Yeah, I'll use the Flare. I draw it. I got it. A little worse if they Edict to me, but I want mana. Mana good. Yeah, if I get to draw off Devil Dinosaur, I might get more dinosaurs. Play the Medallion first. Into Devil Dinosaur. Oh, why did you not tap for mana? Well, now she can't tap for mana, even if I did draw something. And I will attack, even though this puts more things in the graveyard. Were you going to flash something out? I wonder if they're going to put, like, a kill and return. Nope. Just going for more self-mill. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so we milled a Buried Alive, which means they can't use that to tutor sometimes combos into the graveyard with Zemo. Sometimes just big devotion, big mana pips. I guess I have 7. I'll swing in with the Devil Dinosaur. I'm like worried that they'll flash out something that kills Selvala, but I'll take it. Cool. Why didn't they play Zemo? Maybe they're going to board wipe, like, next turn. Alright, then I'm not playing the Halfling. I think it's Damnation here. Called it! Sometimes you just play too much Magic the Gathering and you just have to accept that about yourself. I will play Devil Dinosaur again. Wish I were drawing cards. I'm not, that's fine. And a very happy Hobbit. If you hover over Zemo, can you see the devotion in their graveyard? No, and it really sucks if you're playing him or playing against him, because it means you just have to keep, like, counting in the graveyard. It does not give you a number. The Zemo things want one thing and one thing only. Yeah. They want, the Grey Merchant of Asphodel. Zemo already almost the same size as a dinosaur. This connives her deck. Haha! I did it! Remember how I said that there's one card in my deck that's graveyard hate and it's a raccoon? Yum. Yum. So tasty. I just love getting to get these baddies into my tummy here. That'll land. That land. Boom, 7/7. All right, great. And I can exile 3 more. I'll just exile like 3 more based on devotion. If they go for killing this. It's very good, like, graveyard hate if you're doing a stompy deck. Alright, so they're gonna kill. They're gonna connive first. I'll wait until they put the thing in the graveyard. Okay. I wanted to moon. We're gonna hit Agadeem's Awakening. Buried Alive. And one more for good measure, Stitcher's Supplier. You don't have as much devotion now, do ya? Your followers have abandoned you, Zemo. And now they entomb. Oh, worm. Wonder what they're putting into the trash. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from this resolving. Plus whatever they put into the graveyard. Yeah, the card selection this offers on top of the ability is so good. Arden. That's 3 more. I wonder if they're just going to reanimate Arden. A Doomsday Excruciator. Oh, wait. A Dark Ritual. They might get there. Or they might just have some reanimation. Necromancy. Okay. So they're going to grab Arden. You want to grab one of mine? No, you grab the Arden. Yeah. It's really good. Worm kills the Hobbit. It's also a demon that has Menace, Lifelink, and Haste. And I'll be honest, after that board wipe, with just this in hand, I don't think I can do much to recover. I will name Dinosaur. I will play a Dinosaur. And I can kill Arden, but it is a temporary death because, well, they'll just bring it back off Zemo when they swing in. Oh, such despair. They also just have lethal here. So I'll say, a good game. And we die. Thor, God of Thunder. Anytime they cast a non-creature spell, they get to do damage equal to its mana value, not mana spent, to any target. And they also get to bring back an instant, a sorcery, or an equipment from their graveyard, put it in exile, and cast it this or the next turn whenever he enters. I would like to explore the grand horizons where we can find dinosaurs. Thor is great. It's not quite a storm deck the way I had built mine, but it's big spells. Oh, power balance. You can also build him to be a bit more like Clive. And that's beautiful. I'll name Dinosaur. I gotta play this Trailblazer. What's on top of your deck? It's a land. No, I'm sorry, man. Just gonna get out some mana dorks, and I'm really hoping they don't do like a damage-based board wipe, but they could. This is one of my favorite cards. I did not put this in my Thor deck, but maybe I should have. It's power balance. One day, oh yeah, they had a damage-based board wipe. It's literally Thor's hammer. One day, maybe. One day. I guess... Hulking Raptor for more ramp. What's on top? It's... Let's land again. Ooh, somebody's asking, how long do I normally stream a deck until I get some good Brawl Stars content? So I typically play a deck for like... sometimes an hour, sometimes like 6 hours before I even start recording. And then it's probably like 2 hours of recording. Sometimes like 3 or 4 hours of recording, depending on how weird or difficult it is to get the footage for the deck. Hello, what's on top? What is it? Lightning bolt. Okay. I know that it can't be used for lightning bolt. I feel like you can usually tell the decks that were like a struggle because the games will be like not as fun. They're just suffering. This deck's fine. This deck's got dinosaurs. Is it that good? No, but like, you kidding? I get to play mono green dinosaurs. Is it as good as any other color combination of dinosaur? No, but new card. All right, so what do you want? You want to play Thor and grab his hammer so you can double his damage? Oh yeah, it's hammer time. Mjolnir, Hammer of Thor. Going into exile. So it could be recast next turn. It'll deal 4 damage on cast, 4 damage when it enters, and then double all the damage that Thor can do. Which, scary. Now, what's on top? Oh, Worm Power Stone. Okay, cool. I feel like I don't want to be swinging in with the Mutavault here. I will go in with my dinosaurs. He can become a dinosaur. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I should have swung in with the Mutavault because I forgot I could turn it into a 5/5 base power and toughness. That's on me. I forgot. I was thinking, oh, it's a dinosaur. I was not thinking, oh, it's an elf. It's an elf. We turn elves into dinosaurs here. That's part of what we do. What you got? Would it have been a 6/6? I believe so. But then they like would have blocked this. It would have been approximately the same. All right, so they're just going damage all at my face. I think they're going to try to kill me this next turn. Because Thor, with this, is... I mean, it's 4 damage plus 10 damage attacking in. Plus... I don't know, however much more damage they can do with the spells that they got. I don't know what other spells they have in hand other than the Worn Power Stone. Aww. They're smacking Devil Dino. Why not Allosaurus Shepherd? That's 10 to the face. Do they not have the rest? They gotta have something, right? Okay, the last Agni Kai is a fight spell, I am going to activate Allosaurus Shepherd. It is a dinosaur, so it has hexproof. And you know what? Have a power balance trigger. Just for fun. Ren in 6, banned in the ranked queue, but still running free here, but without Utopia of, strip mines. We don't have strip mine in this queue. Thank goodness. I would be happy to never see a strip mine outside of, say, a vintage cube, because they're going to be recurring all of the things from their hand. Now, I would normally be like, Library of Alexandria, agreed. But I got turn 1 ramp, I got turn 2 ramp, I got turn 2 other ramp. I got stuff I want to cast. I got dinosaurs I want to cast. Look, there's our boy. A boy who rides the Devil Dinosaur. Badger Mole Cub. Getting that forest. Ooh, would I rather Moon Boy for a little more damage? Or Emerald Medallion? I'm gonna go for Moon Boy. They could have, like, deals damage to all creatures I control, but I feel like it's less likely on 2, your Pyroclasms, whatnot, and a lot more likely on turn 3. Molten Impact, they're killing the Badger Mole Cub. Gonna take away that 1 extra mana. Fair. I'll spend 2 mana. This Emerald Medallion, and still bring out that Devil Dino. And since I have a dinosaur, this gets +1/+1. Not permanently, just a little. When they cast a Braid, they get 2 more damage, and they're going to use them both to kill Devil Dinosaur. Thankfully, I have a ton of discounts stacked up here. Do you think this art is funny? Is he like a gorilla man? Why does he look like a gorilla man? Anyway, I don't want to cure cancer. I want to turn people into dinosaurs. Moon Boy, you know what? You would not be the most additional damage. This is the most additional damage, but I feel like you want to be a dinosaur the most. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Be what you want to see in this world. Be a dinosaur. Somebody in chat's like, oh, sweet, we can cure cancer. I'm sorry, I don't want to cure cancer. I want to turn people into dinosaurs. It's what it says on the card, it's good. What's up? Oh, no! Don't hit him! Oh, yep, they're killing him. Darn. Yeah, dinosaurs riding dinosaurs was a short-lived dream, but at least we got to live that dream for a moment. I'll give you a little extra buff. That's going to be 7 damage to the face. I could bring it to 9, but I want to make sure I'm killing Ren in 6, so I'll swing the other 2 here. Oh, cool. Anina, Natural Parallelist. She's going to be generating those X-cost creatures when they cast X-cost spells. I have some nice early ramp here. Birds and hobbits. We got big dinosaurs. Some discounts for our big things. I think this is a pretty nice start. Yeah, I find that, like, Anina is very good, even though her pool of cards that make her good is pretty limited. You have to cast some spells that are, I don't know, not quite as good as other options you might have. It's like, would you rather cast a spell that's guaranteed to counter or an X-cost counter spell? Well, sometimes you don't have to choose because there's actually an alchemy X-cost counter spell that also conjures an X-cost creature. Pretty good. Getting loose with that goose. Ooh, more ramp. Okay, I'll play the Herd Heirloom into Birds of Paradise. And then I'll sit here and chill. With this amount of ramp, I believe I can go Goreclaw into Devil Dinosaur or Goreclaw into Pugnacious Hammer Skull. I think I'm 1 short of doing both, though. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and then I have 2. I'll take it. Here comes Zanina. Goreclaw. Devil Dino. Dinosaurs being big creatures means that cards like Goreclaw, pretty nice. Goreclaw can also give trample to cards like Pugnacious Hammerskull that don't naturally have it. You like this Goreclaw art? I think I like the original more, but I have this one set to default for some reason. They've got mana. What are you doing there? Maybe it's like the X cost fight? Primal Might? Arcane Signet. Okay, so they still have 3 mana. Can only be used for the X cost. Green Sun's Twilight? Huh. Alright. Get some card advantage. They found lands, no creatures. Let's get this Pugnacious Hammerskull. Bridgeworks Battle. Like to hit the Anina. I'm going to go in with both of these and use them to draw a card off Herd Heirloom. Doesn't matter. They both have trample. A lot of big dinosaurs do not naturally have trample. I actually cut a lot of the, like, giant vanilla dinosaurs from this deck. They're so fun, but they just don't quite do it. I'm gonna hold the Disciple of Freyalise back because I might want to use this to, like, draw 7 or 8 cards next turn. A Jade Spelunker. Explores, explores, and explores again. Ooh, Hydroid Crisis. Nope. Fading Hope. A little too late. Fanatic of Ronus. Not lands. That one at least you can use from the graveyard. And they're going to concede because we have enough trample damage to kill them next turn. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. I hope you like seeing Devil Dino and the other mono green dinos doing their best. As you could probably tell from the video, mono green dinosaurs is not the deepest archetype, especially when it comes to dinos, which are usually in Naya colors. That's red, white, and green. And with just the green ones to work with, the deck is not as strong. But I think part of that is just the matchmaking. Devil Dinosaur matches into things like Raphelos and Vivi, while, well, it's a 4-mana 5/5 with trample, which, like, that's great. It's stompy, it's fun, but it's also not part of a super fleshed out archetype. I think that some of the best cards in this deck are the Power Matters cards rather than the Dinosaurs Matter cards. And that's just because big stompy green things are great. And I hope that in the future we get more dinosaur support, especially the cards that exist in Commander but aren't in Arena yet. That said, if you still want to brew mono green dinosaurs, well, you can grab the deck list. It is in the description of the video. And if there is a commander you would like to see me brew, whether it's from Marvel or any other set, maybe even the upcoming Hobbit set, oh my god, it's coming out in only a week, please let me know. That's right, there's still like 200 more commanders that I didn't even look at from the set because they just put a whole lot of them in there. So if there's one you want to see, please let me know. I know somebody was asking for T'Challa, not the one I already did, and not the other one that I didn't do, but the third one. Okay, there's a lot of Black Panthers, but there was a request for one of them, so maybe I'll try to do that one next. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.